Okay, so let's get started. My face is already moisturized, and although I'm off of work today, what I usually do when I'm going to work, because I tend to get really oily in my T-zone, and this process helps my makeup not get broken up in my T-zone. So what I use is milk of magnesia. My face is already moisturized, and I take a cotton round, turn it upside down, put a little on there, and then I just simply swipe it across my forehead and down my nose. And then I let that dry. And once that's dry, as you can see, it's on my forehead and down my nose. Once that is dry, I use the Studio Secrets. I'm trying to get that to autofocus. Magic Perfecting Base. And I take that, now you can see it's really dry on my nose and my head. But if you do this like I do this, don't worry about the whiteness, because this will take it out and it will still leave control in your T-zone. So I take it and dab it on, and I put a little in my ears, because I usually wind up putting a little foundation in there because my ears tend to be shiny and red. So I take the Studio Magic Perfecting Base. I'm sorry, it's called L'Oreal Paris Studio Secrets Magic Perfect.
Prices, offerings, and availability versus Beijing may vary. No substitutions. Think bigger. Think career advancement with a degree.
L'Oreal Paris Studio Secrets Professional Magic Perfecting Base.
We understand the priorities of busy working adults and offer classes in a variety of options. Online, independent study, and face-to-face. MSU also evaluates your work experience and prior.
And all I'm doing is rubbing that on in.
Take the next step and start thinking bigger. Miles Atkins did.
Well, I enrolled in MSG's graduate program to learn more about leadership, really as an investment in my personal development.
And as you can see, it is totally absorbing the powdery residue from the milk of magnesia.
Call 704-664-3343. That's 704-664-3343 today. Or visit us online at mountainstate.edu. Enroll now for
I have a hole in my nose ring. So sometimes I have a Q-tip and I go in that hole, but I don't have any right now at my vanity.
To help protect the polar bear's Arctic habitat, to raise awareness and much needed support for this effort, Coca-Cola is turning its ironic red cans white for the first time in history. Join in the Arctic Home Initiative and stop by your neighborhood buy look and purchase the limited edition white can and learn how to make a donation. Together, we can help protect your home. Visit arctichome.com for more information.
And you probably see a lot of sparse hairs from my eyebrows. I'll show you my eyebrows. They are tattooed on.
Walmart and the American Cancer Society are teaming up to fight breast cancer. Did you know that over a life, 1 in 8 women will find out they have breast cancer? That's 1 in 8.
See, they're tattooed on and the hair is growing. I'm actually letting it grow out to see how much it will grow, and to see how much of a definition of my brow I will get. And then I'm going to get them threaded. But I want them to grow in to see how much they will cover the tattoo. Okay. And now that that is soaked in, massaged in rather, I'm going to be applying Max PROLONG wear. And my color is NC42. And I'm going to be using, for this foundation, I've lately been using the Sigma Foundation F60 brush. Looks like that. And always shake your fluid foundations. And I use anywhere from 2 to 4 pumps depending on how much coverage I want, where I'm going, what kind of face I'm going for. So for now, I'm going to do 2 pumps on the brush, and I'm just going to swipe around my face with the 2 pumps. And then I'm going to start blending that in. Take a little excess and go in my ears.
What I'm talking about. Oh, God. No, they did. Girls, what are you looking at? We're just shoe shopping. Are you obsessed with shoes? Then you'll love JustFab.com. Our stylists for hand-picked fabulous shoes that are perfect fit for you. Visit JustFab.com today for a free membership.
And I'm just going to go over my nose and the bottom portion of my face.
Look at all those boots. How much? Only $39.95. For just $39.95, you get a celebrity stylist, a pair of shoes, and free shipping both ways. So let us find your perfect pair the fun and easy way. Get your free membership and free fashion profile, plus 20% off your first pair by visiting JustFab.com.
And take the excess and go in this ear with that same brush.
To get an extra 20% off your first pair of fabulous shoes. Enter boots at JustFab.com.
And go along the jawline and under my chin. And I'm not saying that this is how you gotta apply your foundation. I'm just saying that this is what I've been doing when I use this MAC PROLONG, where it seems every foundation I use I have a different routine or a different way of applying it. I'm not saying that it's the correct way, or I'm not saying it's the best way. I'm just saying this is what I do. So I'm gonna use one more small, like half pump for my forehead. And because my eyebrows are going back, I am going to go over my eyebrows, which I normally probably don't do as much because I usually don't have eyebrows. I just use concealer. I'm going to go into my hairline a little bit, but I use the powder that I use to set my foundation in my hairline. Okay, so now that that's all in, I'm gonna put these back, and what I do is buff my foundation out with the Black Radiance Kabuki. And I got this from Walgreens online, and I like this little Kabuki. I've been using it for the last maybe week, and it does really good. So all I'm gonna do is buff it all out. And you'll probably see me looking in several different directions. I have a wall-mounted lamp there. It's a Jordan lighted plug-in wall-mounted. I have a big mirror back here behind my vanity, and I have another Conair on my vanity. So you'll see me looking in several directions. And that's just the foundation. And for concealer, I had been using only the Studio Finish for my eyebrows, but I've been using that with the PROLONG wear under my eyes. So I'm going to take my ring finger and one small swoop. I'm going to just dab this under the eye and drag it out a little on my cheekbone and out into close to my hairline, and just blend it out with fingers. Same to the other eye. That's pretty well blended. So next I'm going to set my powder. I'm sorry, I'm going to use a setting powder to set my foundation. And that I use the Studio Fix Powder Plus foundation. And my color is NC42. I also use C6, depending on the season. And for that, I'm going to use the Sigma large powder brush. It is F30. Looks like that. So I'm just going to swirl that in there. I always start with my ears, I don't know why. And I go around the edge of my face. Blend it down to my neck. And to set my concealer, I don't use a color powder. I use the transparent powder from MAC. Prep and Prime line, I guess they call it. And I'm just going to take the powder, Studio Fix powder, into my hairline with this brush. And that's it. Now for setting my concealer, I will be using this BH Cosmetics fluffy brush and the MAC Prep and Prime transparent powder upside down in the lid. This is usually my daily routine before work when I'm using this particular foundation. I've been using this particular foundation for probably a couple of weeks. And I tap off the excess and I set my concealer under the eye with that. Now before I go any further, I always do my lips. Usually I use Blistex. I've seen so many people using EOS on YouTube. I had to try it, so I got 2. Well, I actually got 3 and get my daughter 1. The one I keep in my vanity is Lemon Drop, and the one I keep in my small makeup bag that I take to travel, like when I go to work, is Summer Fruit. And I must say I love this stuff. It smells so good. It smells like candy. I want to eat it. But I moisturize my lips before I go any further. And for contouring, I use the NYC Sun to Sun bronzing powder. And I want to see if it had any significant color, but it is a gold and a brown. And I use that brown to contour with. And I'm going to contour my cheeks with the e.l.f. contouring brush. Go, go. Y'all already know about contouring. You're doing the hollows of your cheek. Some people contour in here, but as you can see, I already have that like definition. I probably already have it in my, mostly people say I have it in my cheeks as well. But for added definition, so my face doesn't look flat, I go ahead and do my cheeks, and I go ahead and do under my chin a little bit because I have a little bit of fatty under there. So that helps give it shadow so it doesn't look so right there in your face. When I use this powder and contour my nose, I use the Sigma concealer brush. It's F70, and I like it because it's small, but it's also a little bit fluffy, so I can go ahead and blend. And I don't take a lot of powder when I'm doing that. So you're just going to go from your eyebrow down the nose, and now I do a little V in the ball of my nose. And I just blend it out. So now, to put some color in my face, before I actually do my eyebrows, I'm going to blush. I went on like a blush frenzy, and I don't really do hauls, but I'm expecting a package from MAC, so I'll probably do a haul from that. I have accumulated so very much stuff. But recently I went to, online at Walgreens. I bought some more Milani blushers and some of the Black Radiance blushers. And I think I got 1, 2, 3. Right now, no, 4. I have 4 of these that I just got, and they are Artisan Color. They're Baked Blonde Bronzer and Baked Blush. But for today's blush, I'm going to use Milani. And I'm going to use the Luminoso from Milani. And it is a beautiful, now I do have difficulty opening these blushes. I don't know if it's just me, y'all, or if it's the packaging. It's gorgeous. Oh, there, I got it really easy. And that's what it looked like. It's very pretty. It's gorgeous. It's like a multicolored pink coral shimmer blush. And I take, my honey got me this brush. I'm not even sure where she got it from, but the brushes are really soft. And I use this all the time when I do blush. Now, probably for the past month or so. So I just take a little bit of that. And I don't really concentrate on the apples of my cheek, but I do start there and drag back. And this is Luminoso from Milani. That's it for cheeks. I'm going to highlight my cheekbone and down my nose a little bit. And for that, I use my Sigma brush. And it is the Large Angle Contour F40 brush. Looks like that. And for highlighting, I use Bare Minerals Golden Tan. It's W20. Bare Minerals is one of the first, that's probably upside down, foundations that I actually used. And my color in Bare Minerals is Golden Tan. I just take a little bit of this golden medium, tap it in the lid, get it on the very edge of the angled portion of the brush, and just go over my cheekbone, the upper cheekbone. It's like right above where I put the blush. And then common denominator, do the same with the other. Take a little bit of that powder and go down the bridge of my nose into my forehead a little bit, and my chin. And that is that for that. And now I'm going to do eyebrows. So I'm going to use a little closer. And for my eyebrows, I always use an angle brush. I'm probably going to do an update on this eyebrow thing in a week or so, because I ordered an eyebrow pencil from MAC. I saw mostly Beat Face Honey using that, and I like to watch her channel. I love her makeup tips. She's a makeup artist in Philly. But currently, and I have always used an angle brush and Ardell's brow powder and taupe. So I'm going to pick up some powder and create an eyebrow. And believe it or not, that's just the bottom. So what I'm going to do is go back after I do the other brow and fill it in with the same brush and powder Right now I'm not using a pencil, it's just a brush and powder. And if you ever watched any of my other videos, you've seen me do my brows 100 million times, 100 million different ways. All equally, pretty much the same. Usually the brow shape changes depending on what mood I'm in or what look I'm going for. But I'm not going anywhere today. But I wanted to do a couple of videos, so I'm going to put a little face on. And now I'm just going to start filling them in. I'm not picking up any extra powder. I'm just using the powder that's already in the brush.
For the best variety of hits and oldies, wishing you and yours a great holiday season.
Because I have hair now, I've been going back with the spoolie. I'll use this BH cosmetic spoolie and kind of, maybe for lack of a better term, buff it out. But I'm gonna finish it and filling in this last one. I did pick up a little more powder, but I'm gonna tap a lot of excess off with this second brow and begin filling that in. They's killing it with this Christmas music. It's not even December yet, but I guess that's routine. I have the stereo on, so I was just wanting to jam to some music, if you can hear it. And my phone's ringing again. It's probably my honey.